They say darkness has no heart, but they never met him. Not like she did. He was known by many names: Count, Monster, Immortal. But beneath the myths, behind the blood-stained legends, there was still a man, and that man still remembered how to love. It had been centuries since anyone dared approach his castle. Centuries since a heartbeat other than his own echoed through those cursed stone walls. He had made peace with silence, with shadows, with hunger, until she came. Her name was Isolde. Not a hunter, not a victim, not a believer in fairy tales. She came with books, questions, and eyes that saw straight through time. She didn't fear the cold. She didn't flinch at the rumors. She walked through the iron gates of the vampire's lair, as if she belonged there. And maybe, somehow, she did. He watched her from afar at first. A phantom in the mirror, a breath on her skin. She wandered his halls without trembling, touched the ancient, dust-covered furniture with wonder, spoke into the darkness without expecting an answer. But he heard her, every word, every breath. And against every instinct carved into his immortal soul, he answered. The first time she saw him, she did not scream. She whispered, "I know you." He should have disappeared. He should have let her leave. But the way she looked at him, not as a legend, not as a curse, but as something real. He couldn't walk away. She came every night after that. Together, they walked through corridors where no one had walked in lifetimes. She asked him questions about the past. He told her stories drenched in blood, in grief, in memories that never faded. She listened, not with fear, but fascination. He was dangerous, yes, but to her, he was also beautiful. And to him, she was intoxicating. Not just her scent, not just her heartbeat, but the soul beneath. The fire in her voice, the hunger in her curiosity. She was unlike anyone he'd ever known, and she stirred something inside him that he thought had died long ago. Desire, not just for her body, for her light. He began to show her pieces of himself no one had seen in centuries. The painting he once kept of his lost love. The music he had not played since the world still remembered his name. And one night, beneath candlelight and silence, he said her name with trembling lips, as if it might break him. Isolde. She touched his face, cold as death. But she did not pull away. Instead, she whispered, "You're still human in here," and pressed her hand to his heart. That was the night he kissed her. The night the hunger he fought for centuries gave way to something deeper. Something darker. Something eternal. Their nights blurred together. Moonlit embraces, whispered secrets, mouths meeting like they had always been waiting. In her arms, he felt warmth. In her eyes, he saw forgiveness. In her voice, he found silence finally broken. But love like theirs was never meant to live. He could feel her fading. Slowly. Quietly. The castle drained her. The shadows fed on her light. She would never survive him. And worse, he knew he could not let her go. One night, she asked him, "If you could turn me, would you?" He answered without hesitation, "No, because you deserve to live, to feel the sun, to grow old with someone who doesn't haunt the night." Tears welled in her eyes. "Then why did you let me fall in love with you?" He pulled her close. Because I forgot what it felt like to be loved. The next night, he was gone. He left no note, no trail, no goodbye, only silence. She searched the castle for days, calling his name through empty corridors. But he never returned. Some say she left and was never seen again. Others say she stayed, growing paler, quieter, until the castle claimed her too. But those who believe in stories, in love that defies death, they say she still waits. And on nights when the wind howls and the moon bleeds red, you can still hear her voice, soft as velvet, calling to him. And in the farthest tower, where shadows never sleep, a single candle still flickers, waiting, hoping. Dark affection was never about happy endings. It was about hunger, about longing, about the pieces of ourselves we give to someone, even when we know it will destroy us. Dracula loved once, truly, completely, and for that brief, burning moment, he was no longer a monster. He was simply a man in love.